Yo, how you doing? Friday. Looks like we're bagging the weekly. Did not expect this. On the gap. Wanted to see weekly gap act as draw. Looks like we're bagging it. So this will have to be left for later. This is what I talked about on stream. We don't marry bias, right? This is what I wanted. This is what I expected. It's not happening. So I reassess. I realign. The daily gap ended up holding after some ugly delivery. It was definitely looking like weekly gap would be reached for. Turns out we're not. We're expanding up. It was very bullish to me. Very bullish. Alright, just like we talked about, once that 4-hour order flow flips, I'll flip bias. That's exactly what we see now. But the daily has clearly changed state of delivery. The daily, the 4-hour. Well, the daily never technically flipped delivery short. The 4-hour changed state of delivery back bullish. What's up, Retro? How's everyone doing? I got coffee today, no matcha. There's equal lows right here. We never hit this gap. We're gonna create a daily gap. This is a daily third candle. Yeah, no matcha today. This is sus to me. I don't know. This feels weird. Like, that is a very bullish open. Daily third candle. Literally all-time high. Yeah, literally all-time high. Yeah, order flow is bullish. You just look to play trend. We submit to the state of order flow. Obviously, when we're longing all-time high, I still want to see some form of retracement along, and we don't have clear targets, so it makes it more discretion and bar-based. I don't know why we didn't hit this 4-hour gap. Looks like we hit a small one right here. Don't wanna let go, I'm tired of you hurting me. Don't wanna let go, I'm tired of you hurting me. Yeah, I need some form of retracement to get involved. It feels sus. It's definitely like anything I take right now feels like a C setup because we're long all-time highs. Right, so you got to understand, long all-time highs. Generally, you want to see a deeper retracement. Like the ideal long would have been off this 4-hour, but it's like we technically SMT'd it. I don't know about yes. Yeah, we SMT'd these lows. But that's our area of fair value right here we're respecting. So in terms of fair value, this makes sense. This is our area of fair value. We trade back lower into this area of fair value, respect. ES, bullish SMT. Definitely a sus spot to long. I graded to see if I play a continuation model here, because we are trend to me. I'm not ready to call range protocol. This looks like a decent trend up, right? Just in terms of market structure. Potential. I need some form of retrace. Definitely a weird spot. We do have the 5-minute gap, but it's Friday too. Kind of wonky. Yeah, I do. I do watch it. Don't spoil, because I have one episode left of the recent season. Are we just gonna bag the 15 now? I'm about to play some Baroque music in my headphones. We're going Baroque music. Lock in. Bro said I look like Frenchie. That's crazy. Yo, what the... Yeah, I know who Frenchie is. I'm on the last season, bro. I'm on the last episode of the last season. For the most recent season. Okay. 5-minute gap held. Weird price. All-time high price, weird price. Like, you want to submit to order flow, you want to just play continuation with it. But we longing at 10. Not right at 10. I wouldn't, personally. I need a retrace. I need retracement. If I don't see retracement, I don't play continuation. Yeah, all-time high. It's manageable. It's definitely a little bit different. I'm a retracement trader when I trade continuation, so I need to see some form of pullback. Otherwise, I'm just... I mean, for me, this is my logic. If I don't see a retracement to get involved long, I'm effectively just longing highs every time. Right? There's no what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of like boundary to where you can get involved with price if you don't have those type of rules, right? So for me, I need retracement to play continuation because that keeps me on side. And if there's trades where I miss them and they just expand, then they expand. That's the downside. Like I said in the last stream, there's pros and cons to every single thing you do in trading. The important thing is that you're just able to accept whatever cons you roll with. So for me, as a continuation trader, I need retracement. And the cons of that are if we just breakaway gap and we have these crazy markets that don't retrace at all, then I likely won't be getting in. But that's fine. Because more often than not, that's not the case. What's Frenchie's girlfriend's name? Kamiko or something? Is it? I think it's Kamiko. Kamiko. I would want to see this 10 a.m. candle. If we're gonna go higher, right? If we're gonna have bullish price, you want to see this 10 a.m. candle kind of open, come down, then we expand after this next 4-hour candle. I actually want to see this come down. We wait for now. All-time high trading is, I can do it, but it's definitely a little bit weird. Especially if we just keep ripping. Like, if we just keep ripping, I can't trade. I'm not just gonna, like, this is not how you trade. You don't just get in at the high right here, right? This is not what we do. At least I do not subscribe to that logic. This is, to me, this is a gamble. Especially with 10 a.m. close, you don't just enter highs. You make a habit of longing the highs. Good luck, man. You'll get cooked. You will get cooked. It'll work a couple times, like variance wise. It's obviously gonna work sometimes. Price is that strong, but you will get cooked more than not. Let's just throw it up. Ready? If I were to enter a long right here, I'll bet you guys this would get stopped. I'll bet you guys right now this has a high chance of getting stopped. Let's just see. Just theory. 10 a.m. open right now. I want to see this candle open down. I want to see this 4-hour candle come down first before we expand higher. Let's just see if, you know, again, I do not subscribe to this logic, but hypothetically, if I were to long all-time highs right here, let's just see what happens. Just test. Let's see. It'll be funny if it hits too hard. People are going to come to the stream think I'm in this right now. I am not in anything. Let me make that very clear. I am not in a trade. I'm not interested. I'm waiting for price to retrace. I need retracement. I want to see this 4-hour candle come down. Open low. And then push up. Watch this just go for... This is about to go for 10R. Watch. Imagine. Here's the just long all-time high with no retracement. Seems like a good idea. Here's the TP line. 2R. Place your bets, chat. Place your bets, chat. Does this hypothetical long hit TP? Everyone vote on the poll. Everyone vote on the poll right now, chat. It's cooking right now. It's cooking right now, chat. What are we saying, chat? This is not how I trade. I'm not in anything. I'm not considering this. For people that just joined the stream, we're testing a theory of longing straight all-time highs. And even if this does work, variance, right? You do this over the long term in a large sample size in the aggregate, I believe you're a very minus EV. Don't believe this is plus EV to do in the long term. It's cooking right now. %, yes is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. 100% yes is crazy. Chat, go vote. Vote on the poll, bro. I'm not trying to skew the answers, but 100% yes is crazy, chat. It's cooking. It's cooking. I still think this hit stop right where it is right now. Still think this goes to stop. Chat. In all seriousness, though, I will long if we get a nice retracement, but it's just sus. It is just sus. Chat, I'm not trying to be a hater, but 83% yes is kind of crazy. Like, with all due respect, 83% yes on the poll is insane. I know price is bullish right now, but like, I agree with the long bias, but just longing all-time high, I don't know, man. Like, to me, longing all-time highs is minus EV activities. Personally. I'll still long, but I need to retrace. So we hit 5-minute gap. Is this Baroque music? You guys can't hear it because I have the lo-fi going for you guys, but this Baroque music is hitting. I feel like I'm about to invent a light bulb. This is how the market ran before COVID. If it's back, you gotta adjust. Most of the time, retrace happen before, and if you end up, I mean, there's still been retracements, bro. I only trade retracements, and I'm taking trades almost every single day. So I don't know if I necessarily agree. It'd be different if I just wasn't getting trades demanding retracements, but Also, we consolidated most of the week. Then Thursday we ran. Also, guys, I took yesterday off, and then look what we did. I literally took yesterday off and didn't look at charts, and then look at the day. So this is my week. This is my week, chat. Ready? Chat, here's my week of trading. And then we come into Thursday, and I take the day off, and it just expands. Classic. Be like that. That's my fault for taking off a Thursday though. But nah, I needed it. I actually really needed it. What up, Spectre? What up, Phoenix? Yo, vote on the poll. This is a hypothetical long. This is not a long I would take. Do we think this hits stop or hits PT? TP, PT, whatever you call it. 2R. My vote's no all day. All day, no. I know price is bullish, but this is due for retracement. The only way this doesn't hit stop is we sting the 15. We sting the 15 here, shallow, and it doesn't go deep. That sounded weird. Hey, yo. But it needs a shallow sting into the 15-minute gap. Guys, forget I just said any words. Just, I need a Men in Black, mind eraser. That was weird. But for real, it needs to sting this gap shallow. Phoenix, you take trades this week? $15-minute gaps in 3 minutes. If we retrace, I'll try long. Low probability, I'm cutting risk. I'm cutting risk today. We're trading all-time high. We'll submit to order flow. We'll try to play trend. But I'm cutting risk for sure. Anything I take today is a C. What, you got cooked on your... Yeah, send it in the Discord. The only way this plays, chat, is we sting this gap. Nice little shallow sting into the fair value gap, and then it respects. I'll try long, but I feel like we're gonna get cooked today. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I'm just a hater today, but my spidey senses are tingling. I need the Spider-Man gif because session feels weird. But if we just keep ripping, we keep ripping. The 4-hour candle did put in a low, but not as much as I'd like. 1 hour gap in 45 minutes. If we come down, retrace this gap, I'll give it a try. If it confirms. But I always need some form of retracement to trade. Let's see if chat hits TP. Yeah, we don't have a 1 hour gap for another 45 minutes. To me, long all-time highs is minus EV. Obviously, there are specific scenarios where the markets are just very strong and it works, but the nuances around that are very important to understand. Like, you need to know when to long all-time highs, and in the aggregate, over a large sample size of markets and regimes, I think that is a very minus EV approach. It's just my opinion, though. New leader for creepiest pronunciation of tingling. Tingling? That just sketch you out the way I said that? What? Bro, pronunciation please? What is this? Tingling? I'm in a goofy ass mood today, bro. What's that gif of the dude in the car and he's like, I'm just in a silly goofy mood right now. This dude. Yo, chat, this is me right now. I'm just in a silly, goofy mood. We'll put them up here at TP for you guys, so you guys can have a good luck. It's magnet. This guy's draw right here. This is a draw. But not for real, MC. I'm not even trolling. My spidey senses today. They're going off. For lack of using that word. It's gonna come down to the 15-minute gap here, in my opinion. If it doesn't, it's funny. Alright, draw. Draw! This is my magnet. That video is mad funny. Draw. No bag. No bag. We got 75% yes, 25% no. You guys are really bullish. You guys are very bullish, chat. Is there a new alpha plan? Yo, Niz, can you send me the details on Discord? I'll look at it on stream. Niz, you like this draw? Silly goofy mood as draw. Chat, do we long silly goofy mood? Today sus, I'm half risking. Yo, that's nasty, Thenix. I just seen that trade. Chat, Thenix got cooked. I'm sorry. That stuff is tilting. Those are the most tilting trades. Guys, here's 10x trade. Oops. Where did he get stopped? Wait, hold on. There's two different fills. I'm confused. This must have been a... I don't know what this is. Why can I not understand these fills right now? I think because there's two, I'm confused. So you got BE'd right here. That's disgusting. What did this peak at, though? Oh, you messed up the limits. I was gonna say, it's confusing me. So you got BE'd on this. What was this? What was this R? I mean, I'm trailing the same way, basically. My stop would have been right here. So I would have got taken out too. I would have trailed those lows. Where did the thing just go? Yeah. Yeah, my stop would have been at that low. So I would have got taken out too. Upper TP is 3R. I feel like you should have took some off. 1.9. Obviously, that's like hindsight, but if I'm anywhere around 2R and the target's been hit, because it hit lick here, I probably would have took some off right at the liquidity. I have to look at the chart. It's too nuanced, but definitely try to realize some. Obviously, hindsight is king, but in general, I do deploy that approach always. You just want to take some off when you can, or take the base hit altogether. Wow, Euro's ripping. Where did you long? Right here? Yeah, I mean, that's just a nasty stop hunt. Was this 1 hour gap? Is that what we retraced? Dude, it's so hard to look back and understand the logic unless you're looking at it in real time. Where did bro long? I think you long this 15, right? This area for value, 15 minute. I'm so confused. Why does it do that? I'm gonna say this is it, right? This has got to be it. The 15-minute gap lower. This one? $6 a.m. gap. Yes or no? Yeah, I'm out here looking at Euro. I gotta lock in. Hold on. All right, we're just pushing right now. I'm doing nothing until we retrace. Yeah, you entered on this guy. Got filled a little above. What was your fill price? What was your stop loss price? Your fill's probably up here. You got filled at 1176.80. I missed it by a tick, bro. Or whatever that would be on Euro. I missed it by 1. $17,550. That's all. Wait, let me see. That's not bad. So I feel like that's pretty wide, personally. A little wide, but I get it because you're taking this low. Completely get it. And that's a hard one to be like super precise on. What you could do is wait for more confirmation and then play it like that. Like once we sting the 15, I'll take trades like this where I just take the low. Let's see if this would have got stopped if you took like right here with this stop. Let's see if this would have been L. Break even. Yeah, that would have played. Where's the next highs? Here, right here. You be risk free. I just want to see how I would have managed this. That's nasty. I already got trailed out of that. On this, I wouldn't want to give back. We just peaked at 2.3. I wouldn't have wanted to give that back. I would have trailed up. So I would have got trailed out of this. I probably would have trailed these lows. And trailed out there. Took 4 hour 15. Okay. That changes everything. Changes everything. I definitely would have been risk free by now. I don't know if you were. I probably would have got break even if this comes down. Okay, I would have survived. Yeesh. Bro, that's... yeah. That's tough. Probably would have taken some on this push. Taken some off on that push. Because we already swept the highs you wanted. Like, these are the target, really. I know the R wasn't good to the highs, but that's a 1-to-1. Once you get that push through your target, I would realize some. These markets are doing that a lot, so I've been taking stuff off. I don't think that was a bad trade, though. And then it came down and reached for the 1 hour. So you just got taken out on the 1 hour retrace. I think that... here's the thing, bro. These are the nuances. If you're taking a 4 hour to 15, you have to manage it different than you take 15-to-1. And what I mean by that is you can give your if you're taking a 15-minute entry, you can give it more room to breathe. And so on this one, I think there is an argument for you to let this 1 hour gap retrace because you're entering on the 15-minute. It's hard though, because I would want to be risk off on this. So really, just being honest with myself, I think I would have got stopped on break even too. I would have wanted to be risk off. I'm at 1.9. I would have wanted to take some off here on this push up, and then I would have BE'd the rest. So it would have been small green. But what I'm saying is, when you're taking the 15-minute entries, just be cognizant of these 1 hour retraces, because it's going to be something you probably have to manage your stop around. So like when I take my entry on the 1 minute, I generally like to go like 1 to 2 time frames up max in terms of retracement, like fair value gaps. So if you're taking a 15-minute entry, I would factor in the 1 hour. But a good rule of thumb is just go 1 time frame up and manage it off that. So if I take a 1 minute, I'm factoring in 5-minute gaps. And sometimes I'll look at 15. Just depends. It's nuanced. It's kind of hard to put set in stone rules around. But I do think you should have took some off, even if it wasn't great R, once we took out your target. Because ultimately, the 4 hour highs were the target. And then the 1 hour gap just took you out BE. I don't think you managed that trade bad though. That's a tough one. Marion, what's up? Looking for longs. I'll long if we retrace, but I told chat I'm half risking. I feel like today's low probability. We're just all-time highs. I'm not, the most I'm not the biggest fan of long all-time highs. I'll half risk it, but it feels like this is due for retracement. But I put up this RR tool, and I said hypothetical long all-time high trade, and then I had chat vote on the poll. So make sure you vote if you think this hits stop or PT. That's not matcha. Yeah, I got coffee today. Is this gonna like set the chat on fire if I show I have a coffee? There's gonna be riots. My girl got me this like what is it called? Coaster. It's like a coaster, but it's heated, so put the coffee down on the coaster and it's electronic and it heats the coffee back up. So the coffee just stays hot. It's fire. Chat. I'm half risking if I take anything. What do we say? Silly goofy mood is draw. Don't fade my draws. Silly goofy mood draw. Silly goofy mood was indeed draw. Price action. Price action tells me every single day. There are things that can give you an indication of when it's going to be bad price. But ultimately, price action decides whether it's tradable or not. It's screen time, bro. It's just a lot of screen time. It's like, I know that's probably not what most people want to hear, because it sounds like I'm gatekeeping or something, but there's no magic thing. It's just a ton of screen time, like an obnoxious amount of screen time, an unhealthy amount of screen time. Honestly, like it's borderline unhealthy how much I've looked in New York. Like I actually need to touch grass. Probably need more of a social life. I went out to golf and then was chilling with my friends, and they're like, "Hey, this socializing thing, you should do it more." And I was like, you know what, you guys are right. Probably should. But not for real. It's just it's an unhealthy amount of screen time. Chat! Are you guys gonna get stopped, or do you get the shallow respect here? Let's see. One hour gap in 25 minutes. I don't know which of these is stronger right now. If we flip hard up here, we could try to long. I'll give it a half risk try. .5R. I could take it on evals. I have a couple evals I'm actually doing. I could run it on eval. Trying a bunch of firms, chat. I have a couple Alpha Zero. I got 2 fundeds, and then I want to get more. I like Alpha. Chat! You guys are about to get cooked, chat! You guys are about to get cooked. You owe me $1 if this hits stop. I need $1 from everyone in chat if this hits stop right now. Just kidding. I'm completely kidding, guys. You guys are cooked. Whoever voted yes. %24 of you no ball. You clip it. Chat, it's almost like I know what I'm talking about. Obviously, there's variance. That long can still play in a short window, but in the aggregate, over a large period of time, if you're longing all-time highs and that's your habit, it's minus EV activities. I don't believe that that's a plus EV approach to trading price. We were due for this retrace. It's kind of what I mean. The market's still retrace. I need retracements to get involved. If the market's just ripping, then the market's just ripping. There's definitely going to be a 5-minute Sibby now, D-Trace for sure. So I'd want to see that flipped along. But this is, like I said, weird price. Just spidey senses have been tingling this whole time. About longs. Just really lean on my understanding of price. Like this is the discretionary part of trading. I can't really say point to a concept or like some type of thing and be like, this is how I know. It's just screen time. Obviously, I'm still wrong. I wanted weekly gap, guys. I literally wanted weekly gap earlier this week. It hasn't reached for it. I'm absolutely going to be wrong about what I'm expecting, but I'm very good at, and humbly, let me preface by saying humbly, because I really like, Lord, take away all my ego. Like humbly, I'm very good at understanding when I'm offside, and I'm very good at getting onside. So even when I'm wrong, I can realign. And I'm only saying this and highlighting it to you guys because it's so important. I'm not doing it to gas myself up. I'm not doing it to, you know, from an egotistical perspective. I'm just saying I think that's one of my strengths, and that's a very important skill set to have, especially if you're trading an ICT style approach. Because I was looking for a weekly gap to open this week. You guys can go back, look at the streams, right? Don't care. Right? There's no ego, there's no bias. Like in terms of, I'm not biased towards my opinion. If it's wrong, it's wrong, and I realign. I think I'm very good at doing that. Important, very important to be able to do. I wanted this type of thing. Turns out we bagged the gap right now. We're just pushing up, so I realign. Right, I don't marry that idea. I wanted to see this daily gap fully flip when we reach into the weekly, then go up. Right now, that's not happening. If the 4-hour flips back down, guys, if this flips, I'm talking into next week, and we flip back down, I'll look for weekly gap again, because this is just, you know what I mean? I'm submitting to how I trade. Everything I do is just if this, then that. There's always a clear line in the sand around what I'm expecting. And if it doesn't happen, I realign. And if it does happen, great. Everything, every trade I take, every type of analysis I'm looking at, what I'm looking for. If this, then that. If this happens, then this. So like the perfect example is the weekly gap. I told you guys, weekly was what I was looking for. But if the 4-hour flips order flow and we get a strong shift in structure, which we see right here, then I'll flip my bias. I'm not marrying the idea because I told my chat I want weekly gap at the beginning of the week. I don't care. The market does not care about my opinion. That's why I say every stream, Everything I'm saying, my opinions, anything, subject to change with new information. I harp on that so much because it's so important. Yo, whoever whoever added the no now, you're funny. Added the no after the trade. Because it was 24% before. Well, we've seen a retracement now, so I'm open to trying along. But again, I still will be half risking. I might just take evals. Maybe I'll full risk on eval. I think that's a good way to do it. We had SMT inside the 15. There. I don't think it's clear which is stronger right now, but if we flip back up and flip the 5-minute, we could try to long. Just kind of wide stop. I'm golfing tomorrow, chat. What am I shooting? What score am I shooting tomorrow, chat? What do we think? 5-minute gap here. It's a wide stop. That is a wide stop. Need a flip of that or I'm not touching it. There's a good chance we stay low and we just kind of range the rest of the day and set up the daily gap, guys. That's a realistic chance. We set up daily today and coming into Monday we might reach into this. It's very possible. What's the average stop size? Depends on the market regime, depends on the volatility of the markets, but usually more so like 30, 40 on NQ, like 6 to 8 on ES, 5 to 8, 30, 40, 45 on NQ. Obviously, my stops are determined by price. So if price is more volatile, I'm gonna have wider stops. It's just based on the price leg. Alright, do we flip this? Because I'll give it a try. Now that we've actually seen a retracement. If we don't chat, I'll probably just chill. We do have a 1 hour gap in 15 minutes. I like to. Again, this is a retracement I'm talking about. I need some form of retracements alone to play trend at all-time highs. So if it passes 6, I'll trade. Like, I'll use that stop size. It's just wider. It's just larger. You know what I mean? It's just a larger stop. I wouldn't say it's necessarily good or bad. There's just trade-offs to everything you do. If you have a 20-point stop on NQ, you only need 40 points to hit double your R, risk reward. So if you have 60, you need a larger move on NASDAQ to hit 2R. If I have a 60-point stop on NASDAQ, I need a 120 point move to the upside to get a long. So it's just a wider stop, but it's not necessarily better or worse. There's obviously a threshold to it though. Like if I were just trading, like if I'm an intraday trader and my stops are 200 points, well, I'm not seeing those positions get hit majority of the days. You know what I mean? Like obviously we can move 100, 200 points. Or let me articulate this better. Let's say I'm an intraday trader. I want to be in and out of trades within the same day. If my stop is 200 something points, there's a good chance I'm not getting in and out of trades every single day. I'm gonna have to swing. So just the stop sizes matter in that aspect, but I wouldn't say it's necessarily good or bad. I like to be in that like happy medium. I don't want to be too scalpy where I'm like 1-2 points on ES. That's too scalpy for me. But I want to be right in that middle ground where I can see my targets and moves get hit intraday, trade the markets level to level, and still have a good invalidation on the trade. Yo, my bad, Niz. What do I think about the plan? My bad. My bad. This is Alpha's new premium account. Some of the features of the premium account at Alpha. What is this? What is this from? This screenshot I'm putting on screen right now. Some of the features of the premium account at Alpha. No consistency in funded. No daily loss limit. 6K payout cap. A less expensive option compared to advanced. No activation fee pricing. 90% split. 5 winning days of payout. 5 account max. Oh, it's from Alpha's Discord. Nice. Perfect. So there's no consistency. Wow. No consistency is fire. I mean, personally, I like that a lot. If you want to let your winners run, consistency is not that big of a deal. I'm gonna be honest. At least it's not as big of a deal as people make it. But no consistency is fire. No daily loss limit. It doesn't like really matter to me. It's cool, but I'm always gonna use a daily loss limit. If you don't, like, if you have an issue with daily loss limit rules, guys, it's probably not your issue. If that makes sense. Because you absolutely should have a daily loss limit every single day. 6K payout cap. So what's the ROI on this? I don't know what the account. 50K eval for 60. I mean, that's pretty. This plan looks pretty fire. Can you post that in prop firm channel? Yeah, for sure. I'm surprised it didn't. The bot I coded with Claude should have posted it. I'm surprised it hasn't. I wonder if it's not scanning alpha. But yeah, we will 100% post that in prop firm channel right after this. Honestly, I could do it right now. 5 account max, that's standard. Funded resets. 25% off. Really the best product we've ever. I mean, it looks really good. My question is, how are they able to do that? Like, what is the catch? Because generally these accounts with no consistency have some type of catch. I mean, there's a 6K payout cap. It looks good. What did they say? $60? Yeah, that's fire. I like that plan a lot. Chat, if you end up using this plan, you can join the Discord. It'll be in the prop deal section, but also code patiently alpha futures. I'll definitely be getting some of those. I have the alpha zeros right now. But I'll probably grab some of those. That looks pretty fire. No consistency rule is crazy, especially if you're a higher R trader. Like if your strat is more higher R targets, you're less of a base hit guy. This is a really good account for you. 6K payout cap. That's good ROI of $60. It's 10x. So right now it's $60, guys. $60 with 25% off. Code patiently if you want to support me. It's 10x ROI per account. You can get 5 accounts. No consistency. No, that looks fire. I like that. That looks really nice. I'll post it in the prop deals channel. I might have to do that right now. There's not much going on in the markets right now. Where do they have like a Let me see if they have a graphic. Brown, I'm gonna post it in the prop thing in a second. Na 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 na. Where is their graphic? There you go. Perfect. All right. Let me get this posted really quick, guys. There's nothing to do right now on the chart, so I'm handling some Discord stuff. If you guys aren't in the Discord, man, you guys are sleeping. Hop in the Discord if you're new to the stream. If you're not in the Discord already, I assume most of you are, but for those that aren't, I'm in there every single day answering questions, just chatting it up, having fun. But you have direct access to me to ask me anything. I have a plethora of free PDFs, resources. I'll be adding more. I post analysis in there, so I'll post my ideas and what I'm looking for. There's a whole bot that I coded with Claude that posts all the best prop firm discounts. And so if you're in there and you just keep an eye on that prop discounts page, or it's called prop deals, you'll be updated with all the best discounts for prop firms. So you can save the most money too. So it's like a no-brainer to be in the Discord. I'm gonna post the alpha futures thing right now. This is not doing anything, chat, so we're not missing much. We're not flipping the gap. If we flip the 5 minute, it's intriguing, but it's still sus. Like, it's definitely a half risk, and we have the 1 hour gap in 4 minutes. So we very realistically could just come down and reach for this 1 hour gap. I'm on my 3rd morning routine. Yeah, I haven't had mine yet. What does that even mean? This dude. Did I not already do this? I swear I already did this. Why is it tweaking? Give me 1 sec, guys. This thing's bugging out. Why is this bugging out? Yo. One hour gap incoming. 2 minutes. Dos. Trying to get this posted. I have to post my license, bro. I mean, I'm not trying to do that right. All right, I'll figure it out later. One hour gap. 1 minute. Should act as draw ideally. My coffee's almost done, guys. support from all places. Good looks. Apparently Tradeify extended the 40% off deal. One hour gaps incoming, guys. Apparently Tradeify extended this 40% off deal, guys. Definitely tap into that. Tradeify is also probably top 3 firm. Top 3 firm extended the 40% off. That's a fire deal too. And then the new alpha accounts. I'll post that in the Discord after. 1 hour gap right here. We should reach for it. ES tagged. See if NQ wants to reach in. Same logic for me. I want to see that 5-minute flip to long. Because we also now have a 15-minute SIBI as well. I need price to go. What size? I'm trying to figure this out. Ba, 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 ba. I don't know when this expires, this. Dun, 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 dun. So we gotta get a hard push up. I don't know when this expires. The 25%. Oh, it's May 8th. May 8th. Alright. Alright. That has been handled. All right, chat in the Discord. If you're looking at the Alpha Futures new discount, it's in prop deals. So Brown, I know you're asking about it. It's in there now. All right. Can we get a 5-minute busy flip? Sorry, 5-minute Sibby flip. Because now we have 15-minute gaps too. I'm not interested in shorting, and there's no reason to long, obviously, yet. I was saying, can you post that graphic? Yeah, I posted in the Discord. That's what I'm saying. Which graphic? The one I put on the stream? You want the other graphic? I'll post it in the Discord. I posted it in main chat for you. And then the other one's in the prop deal section. You're not gonna lie, those alpha accounts look fire. Alpha has kind of been cooking. Are we gonna bounce off this 1 hour gap, or are we just gonna do nothing the rest of the day? Because like I said, daily third candle, we might just range and consolidate. And if that's the case, we're setting up a daily busy for Monday. Bro, this is not doing nothing. We're just waiting, chat. We are just waiting. How's everyone doing though? How's everyone's Friday? I'm gonna drive over to my girlfriend's later, and then I'm playing golf on Saturday morning. You guys really need to understand gaps. Fair value gaps are the sauce. Like, there's no magic concept. There's no one size fits all thing that's gonna give you edge. But if you actually understand gaps to a high level, they are very, very powerful. Because you can tell when a gap is likely to hold. You can understand when something is likely to fail just by understanding top down fair value gaps and liquidity. It really is a stupid simple way of viewing price with edge. The gaps really are the sauce. You just need a deeper understanding of them. A lot of people are like, why does this gap fail? Let's give I'm trying to find a good example here. Like, there will be a gap on the 15, but we're reaching for a 1 hour or 4 hour as draw, and they're like, why does this gap fail? You know, why are we failing here? Well, it's because you're not using fair value gaps in context of the higher time frame, because the time frames above take higher precedence. Hence why here I was looking for this weekly to act as draw and this daily to fail. Obviously this didn't occur in this specific instance, and that's okay. I realign and I say, okay, we're not reaching for the gap right now on weekly. But more often than not, you're gonna see this get sliced through and we're gonna reach for the weekly gap because that's a stronger magnet. And so when you understand that the probability of the gaps that you trade off of, like if you can really understand from the top down fair value where we've delivered and where we haven't, the probability of the gaps that you trade off of holding is just substantially higher. So we have 15-minute SIBI here and 5-minute SIBI. I would want to see these flip to even consider longing, but we're just kind of trolling right now. What was my process? My process was eating shit for 3 years in a row and just showing up every day, journaling everything, and then reverse engineering. It's just, even now I'm still reverse engineering. But when you say process, what do you mean? Like, specifically, what are you asking about? Obviously I can go on a rant about a lot of different things. It's a long journey. But in terms of process, like, what do you mean? What did I do every day? What was my daily process? Or what was, I don't know. I think if you substantiate on the question, I can give you a more specific answer. The vague, concise answer is just looking at New York session for... Bro, I've been trading since 2019, so it's almost been like... I took it serious at the end of 2020. So I say 2019, really 2019, I was just gambling options. I took it really serious end of 2020 and 2021. From like end of 2020 until now, I looked at the charts every single day. So that was the process. It was just journaling and screen time every single day and just eating shit for 3 years. But I can probably give you a more specific answer. I want to see these 15-minute gap flips. I'm not just going to long into this 15-minute gap. To me, that's low. That's low probability, bro. Like, I need confirmation above these highs. Because now we have an order flow against us, right? There is a 1 hour gap. I get that. And ideally, if we want to keep pushing through PM session, this 1 hour gap does hold. But now we have opposing order flow of the 15 and the 5 that can potentially smack this back down, right? If we don't want to follow through off this 1 hour gap, the 15-minute SIBI should smack this back down. So I need confirmation through it to long. Otherwise, if you were to just long down here, like just hypothetical, if you were to be in a long down here, I'd want to be break even by the 15. So I'd want to be break even by this. This is a good explanation of how I set my break even areas. Like, I want to be break even by the area that might cause price to sell. You know what I mean? By the area that might cause reversal. So that's kind of how I base my BEs. Unless there's just no way to do that on the trade, then it's discretion. I find volume imbalance to be as powerful as for value. I guess most people overlook them. We always bounce all the time. Yeah, volume imbalances definitely work. Especially, you know what works really well is like a really high accuracy is new week opening gaps. Just those gap ups and gap downs from Sunday to Monday. Those are great. They work really well. For a draw, you see those get hit every time, I swear. I think the new week opening gaps work really well. But yeah, I don't use volume imbalances. I use gap ups and gaps down, and then I use for value gaps and then swing points. So if I had to like summarize in the simplest form what I use, it's just liquidity and gaps. Really just for value gaps. I still use like new week opening gaps and gap up and down, I guess you could say that. Basically everything I use. That's it. That is it. But it's really just order mitigation and order pairing. Taking something that's like fundamental logic and just oversimplifying it in a good way. Simplicity is the ultimate form of sophistication. I love that. Love that quote. New 15-minute bearish gap. Yeah, not well. Price already hit the 1 hour here, but there is one here. Yeah, I agree, Ashley. There's a 15-minute SIBI that can cause price. If we're gonna go lower, we should go lower from here. And if we're gonna respect the 1 hour, and this is gonna actually push price back up to all-time highs, then we should flip this 15 and start to invalidate it. From what I see, so from you're just talking from an ICT perspective. There's a couple people that helped me. I started with just purely ICT stuff. So I watched all the 2016 core content. I went through all that. I basically watched every ICT video that was created at that time of watching. So I think I started trading ICT 2021 now. End of 2021 maybe? I think it was end of 2021. But I watched the market, what is it called? Core content. And then all the core content videos, basically all his videos up until that point. And then 2022 mentorship and all that stuff. And then I didn't watch 2023 and I haven't watched anything since. Because after like core content and all that stuff, core content and 2022 mentorship, I had started to get a feel for what I liked and I just took it and ran with it. And then I made it personal to me. So essentially, just an oversimplified version of ICT. It just fits my style. Because ultimately, I think the biggest fallacy in like trading is people think they can just take what someone else is doing that they see is. Let's just see random Joe. Joe uses supply and demand and I don't know, wide stops. He swing trades. I think it's a fallacy. Like, let's say Joe actually makes money, right? He's profitable. I think it's a fallacy that you can just go here and be like, well, it works for Joe, so let me just start using it. Trading is way too... Wow, NQ's ripping. Trading is way too complex to be able to just take someone's edge. Like, you have to form your own edge. You have to build your own edge in the market. You have to make it personal to you, because you're not going to have the same personality traits as Joe. You're not going to have the same wants and needs and tendencies. Like, you're going to want different things from your trading than he does. So you have to take something that works and make it personal to you. Or you have to find something in the charts that you're seeing is working and make it personal to you. I don't want to be a swing trader. I'm not the type of person that wants to sit in trades for 2 weeks. I prefer not to do that. I want to be intraday, in and out. I don't want to be a scalper either, right? So I don't want to be taking 30 trades a day. My brain is going to be fried by the end of the day. I want to take 1 or 2 high probability trades each day. And that's that. NQ is leading. It's a little weird here how ES isn't even in this 15-minute gap and NQ is above it. I don't like that nuance of this. NQ is definitely leading, so if we were to take a long, it'd be off NQ. Bullish SMT. But this is still a little wonky. It'd definitely be a half risk. We did get our retrace. Just don't like the way this is. I mean, you can just see a clear discrepancy, right? NQ is right now basically at or above the low of this candle, right? That 15-minute gap, and ES isn't even tagged it yet. NQ is definitely leading. But yeah, that was my rant. Basically, you can create, like, everyone thinks that they can just take something and run with it, but you're not gonna have edge if you just go on YouTube and watch a model video. If it was that easy, I'm sorry, this might not be what you guys want to hear, but it's the truth. If it was that easy, everyone would make money in the markets, bro. 95% of people can't. Like, literally 95% of people can't. It's ridiculous. Like, the truth is, the odds are against you. You're not just gonna be able to take something off YouTube and run with it without making it personal to you. And the truth is, most things on YouTube are probably minus EV, and to make them plus EV, you're gonna need, like I said earlier, an egregious amount of screen time, like a borderline unhealthy amount of screen time. Then you're gonna need to understand all the nuances around price, and you're gonna have to refine it even further, and you're gonna have to make it personal to you. So I'm sorry if this sounds pessimistic, but it's realistic. And so that's what I've done with my understanding of price. I started learning ICT, and I figured out what I liked, and I figured out what I didn't like. And I'm not this person that absolutely glazes ICT and I'm like, he's a genius, he's the market maker model, algorithms are running the market. I don't believe in all that stuff. I believe ICT is, I'm gonna be honest, this is gonna be a bit controversial. I believe ICT concepts are more of a repurposed, rebranded thing from fundamental foundational concepts of the markets. Right? We know that institutions are getting involved, order pairing, order mitigation. I absolutely still love ICT concepts. I'm not knocking them, but that's my opinion, right? And so I took the things that I liked from ICT and what I learned on, from a couple other people. mmxm trader I used to talk to a lot at the very beginning of my career, learning ICT. Talked to him a little bit, shout out to him. But ultimately, I took everything I learned and I made it personal to me, and I took a journal and I took every single qualitative and quantitative piece of data I could find, and I journaled it in Notion. And then I started to get a feel for nuances. And every day looking at New York, staring at these charts every single day from 9:30 to 12, I get a feel for the personality traits and the tendencies of ES and NQ. I still don't have it all figured out. Like, I still don't have it all figured out. I'm still learning every single day. I'm still refining every single day. I'm still trying to get better. I told you guys last stream or 2 streams ago, I want to get better at stop management, because I'm very good at spotting the opportunities now, but I need to make sure I'm maximizing them and capitalizing on them. So NQ's leading. Interesting longs. It's just it's a tough spot to long because we very well could see this come sting up into the 15-minute Sibi, and then this drops and we just long right at this high, and this doesn't play. I want a little extra confirmation along this personally. I know NQ is now trading above the 15, but I want conviction along up here. This whole session has been sus to me. Like I said before, I was being a little facetious, but I was also being serious. Like my spidey senses have been tingling this whole session. Like I don't feel like this is a high probability session right now, for how I trade personally. But yeah, I'm out here ranting. Yeah, mmxm trade is cool. Definitely helped me out in the beginning. I remember the time frame alignment stuff years and years ago. That was really helpful. Basically everything I do is just a blend of things that I've learned, and then I made it personal to me. Now it makes sense to my brain. It fits my personality traits. It allows me to submit, if that makes sense. I can submit to this style of trading because it fits my personality and how my brain fires. I think that's very, very important to understand. Yo, Ario. Good call, Ario. Ario helped me too, for sure. Ario was cool. He helped me simplify a lot. Let's see if we flip this. Right now I wait. I want to see if ES can sustain above this 15-minute Sibi personally. That's what I would want to see. We can always just put a little bit of a tighter stop on NQ up here with more confirmation. Just personally, like I said, the way this looks right now, it's my senses are, you know what I mean? Like just red flags, sirens are going off right now. I need more conviction to long. Unfortunately, by the time we get up here, we might be longing near all-time high again, but at least we've gotten our retracement now, right? There's a difference between longing all-time high with no retrace versus with a retrace, to me at least. But I want to see if ES can sustain above this, because there's a very realistic chance we just reject this 15-minute Sibi and come right back down. So these are the nuances. This is the type of stuff that is discretionary. This is a very possible scenario, and then you try to take this NQ long, right? NQ is leading, it's relatively stronger, but you try to take this, ES taps a Sibi and slams right back down, because we have that daily third candle that we may want to just set up through PM for the Monday. Ideally though, 1 hour Sibi hold, or 1 hour BISI holds here, bullish SMT, NQ's leading. I just want to see confirmation to long, essentially. I try to D-Trades, I try to get Pickle to hop on the stream, but he doesn't want to. Let's see what happens here. 15-minute Sibi on ES. 15-minute Sibi NQ. Again, just sirens going off, waiting here. I need conviction along, because today is just low probability to me personally. Also, I can end this poll now. Whoever said no, you know ball. Right, we avoid a loss there just by waiting for a retrace. if this is an entirely different setup to me, if ES looks like this right now. If ES looks like this right now, I'm longing. Like that, to me, that's worthy of risk. If ES looks like this, just entirely changes the probability on this to me. But the way ES hasn't stung this 15-minute SIBI and it's just staying below, I need conviction to long. So hopefully that makes sense. This very well could play and then we have a later entry because of this, but I'd rather err on the side of caution, demand more confirmation to long up here, than just take a bad loss that I feel like could be avoidable. This is the moment of truth right here, guys. This is the area where I said if you long down here, you want to be break even by, because there's a chance this slams back down 15-minute SIBI. We ultimately, you know, would rather expect this 1 hour BISI to hold and 15-minute to fail, but I need confirmation of that. I just don't love this setup, honestly. Five-minute SIBI did flip. But now S&P is trading right into a clear area of resistance here. So hopefully you guys see the logic here. There's nuances to what we're doing. We're not just pattern trading these little areas. Like, there's nuance to how to approach these trades. If we start to push hard through this, then I'll consider longs. And you know, the reality is I'm going to get a later entry on NASDAQ because of that, but I'm also going to avoid a loss if this rejects, because I could see either one happening here. I don't have strong conviction either way right now. T-Trades is good. Yeah, T-Trades is cool. I'm going to be honest, you know, no disrespect to T-Trades. I didn't watch basically any T-Trades, but seems cool. I've talked to him. I follow him on Twitter. He follows me. We've talked. He's a good dude. He's really into the health stuff, which I think is sick. So I definitely like T-Trades. He seems cool. But I've never went deep into T-Trades content. But that's no disrespect. It's just, that's just the truth. It is what it is. I just haven't. It's not because it's bad. I just haven't. But yeah, T-Trades is cool. Gold internal to external. You love gold, Thenix. You love trading gold. Daily gap. Did we take out any lows or anything? I don't love how we haven't taken out any lows on our time frame. We're still in the daily SIBI. 4 hours bullish order flow. Oh, we do have the 1 hour internal. He sounds robotic. Yeah, it's just his, I think it's just like the way he talks. It's probably good for learning though. Some people probably prefer that. Yo, my ERL IRL video is sauce. That is such a good video. I have some really good YouTube videos. Not to be, again, humbly, but I think I have really good YouTube videos. Just value wise. I think I do have really underrated YouTube videos. Do we respect this SIBI or not? Yo. He never stresses about trades. Yeah, it's very good to be mechanical. You need to be mechanical. I have a bit of a, I guess, hot take on that, but I believe being mechanical, having structure is 100% you need it. But I also think that the markets are too, the market regimes are always shifting, volatility is changing. The markets are too complex to be perfectly mechanical. Like if you're trying to be full on mechanical algo quant, like you're competing with the smartest people in the world. You're competing with hedge funds with more resources than you. You're competing with Harvard graduates and geniuses. I know that's not my best chance at having real edge, right? My best chance at having real edge is being a discretionary trader and putting in time and screen time. So I think structure and mechanical approach is very important to have, but it's only a percentage of having real edge as a retail trader. That's my opinion. That's my understanding. Based on everything I say is, you know, anecdotal. It's my personal experiences. Like the truth is, if I were to try and code and do all that, I probably would be minus EV. But yeah, the rules and having structure to what you're doing, need it. Essential. You have to have it. But it's a blend of both. It's chart time, it's nuance, it's discretion, and then it's like framework and discipline. Do the buffer on for this build. It's preference, D-trade. So if you want to, I am always of the, you know, I'm of the belief that you should just take what you can out because you don't know what's going to happen. But if you wanted to, you can build it. Some people do that with Apex, for example. I think it's really just preference, bro. It's kind of like risk management. Like, okay, good pump. Kind of like risk management. This is getting interesting for longs now that we're holding above this gap. That's how I felt today. I said the same thing. But this is looking intriguing if we can get above this 15-minute Sibi. I'm going to have a late entry. I'm basically going to be long all-time highs, but at least we've seen a retracement. Let's see what this 15-minute close is. This is such a weird spot to long. Like, I don't love this trade. I really don't. That was a wild candle, dude. Yeah. I just feel like everything right now has felt low probability. I don't know about you guys, but like, I don't love longs here. This would be like a C trade, and I want to see ES hold above. We're long all-time highs. It's always going to feel weird. But yeah, Niz, I did the same thing. I passed on because the NQ. Yeah, nah, I'm not gonna take anything if I don't get confirmation I don't like it, I'm not taking it. But NQ confirmed when we started to close above this 15-minute Sibi, but ES has this 15-minute Sibi here too. Caught a long, felt weird. Yeah, it definitely is a weird long. Weird is like the only way to describe price right now. Like longing right here, just weird, not usual. It definitely could be. And we're on the daily third candle, so there's a legitimate chance we kind of sell down or range through PM, and then this sets up the daily gap. There's definitely a decent probability they set up this daily for Monday. We kind of come through Monday or Tuesday and reach down, and then we push back up. Because right now we're leaving the weekly gap. Yeah, ES is lagging. That's what set me off these longs. If ES flipped this gap, or if ES and NQ confirm this, like I said, Harmony at the same time, I would have longed right in here. Like I said, if this looked like this at the time NQ confirmed, I would have longed NQ. But Yeah, I'm low frequency this week too. This is a weird week. It really was. It was a really weird week. I took Thursday off, but I full on didn't take a trade. Is it Wednesday? Or Tuesday? I don't even know what day it was. Alright, I switched off the Baroque music. I told you multiple times. Bingo. Very odd longs. Good play though. Yes, is flipping the gap. We're effectively longing NQ all time high. At least there's a retrace now though. I told you multiple times. Bingo. What is the probability that this expands another 150 points today though, guys? Like I just don't. I might just chill today. I really don't like this. Like I mean that. I really don't. What is like? I'm longing. Let's break this down. Let's really talk about this nuance wise. I needed confirmation about this 15-minute Sibby, right, on ES. So now I'm effectively getting a later entry on NASDAQ, which to me is leading. But with proper confirmation here, I'm longing all-time highs on NQ. And I'm looking for another 167 point push above all-time highs today on Friday. I just don't like this trade. I really don't. I'm good, guys. I'm gonna wait. This is not me just being on stream talking myself out. Like I really just don't think there's edge in what I'm doing right now. So I'm good. We'll just chill. It's just gonna be one of those weird weeks. We'll come back Monday. We'll take some good trades. There's really no reason to force anything. Like probability wise, I don't like the structure of this trade. I don't like how I'm longing right at all-time high. And I don't like the odds of seeing an 160 point fall through on a Friday at all-time high. Just feel like it's minus EV. I seen the SMT. If I were to long down here, Chris, like if you were to just long the flip down here or right here, I just wanted to be break even by the 15-minute Sibby, but that honestly, I like that. I think that is a better, that's a better entry than what I would take now. EV wise, like I just think this is a higher probability entry. You have a good chance of getting break even by the 15-minute Sibby if you long in here. Like I would rather that than where I would be entering now. Like I do. It's just all the context. It's all the nuances and arguments you're stacking against each other. It's Friday. We have a large weekly candle, right? Let's talk about it. It's Friday. We have a large weekly candle. We're trading all-time highs on S&P and NASDAQ. We have had our retracement, which was nice, and that's what I was looking for, right? We said this was draw. But now, with proper confirmation, I'm effectively longing NASDAQ at all-time highs on a Friday with a large weekly candle with an 80-point stop, really. And I would be looking for 160-something points and fall through. I'm good. 5-minute gap to all-time highs on NASDAQ. Scalp-wise, if you're going to take a super tight trade, I can see that playing, but I definitely can see that playing for sure. But how do you structure this? That's going to be tight. I see a very high likelihood we come up, sweep these highs, and come right back down. And then we're effectively just long all the time. Yeah, I don't even pay for 30-second charts because I don't scalp, but I can see that happening. Look for this 5-minute gap to hold and then reach into all-time high. I'd want to be out by NQ all-time high. It is a weird week. Low frequency week for me too because I took Thursday off. I can't remember if it was Tuesday or Wednesday, but I don't think we took a trade one of those days. Say my lingo. I told you motherfucker times bingo. Maybe I'm getting too old. Or maybe I'm getting too bold. Didn't even reach for the gap. Alright, we're doing another poll, chat. Another poll. Price is reaching for all-time highs. Do we sweep all-time high here? When I say that, I mean, do we come up here, take out all-time highs, and then work back down? Or do we expand through all-time highs? Do we fall through PM session like this? What do we think, chat? Vote in the poll, vote in the poll. Do we sweep all-time high here and come back down? Or do we fall through above? Sweep or run of the highs? Everyone vote in the poll. We're taking out all-time highs here. All-time high draw played. We didn't even get your 5-minute gap tag, Ashley. New car. Who you are. Today was a weird session, man. I wanted longs. It's like this is a weird week. I haven't had a week like this where it's just not offering. Like, I would effectively be longing an all-time high here that very well could sweep. Yeah, D-Trace, I'm about to do the same. This is a weird week. See if we sweep or what. Get your votes in on the poll. Do we sweep all-time high here or do we run through it? The first hypothetical long we took, guys, would have lost. Obviously, I was saying here, I'm not longing all-time high with no retrace. So we just did that for fun, but that lost. We could do another one here. We've had the retrace now, but I just feel this is objectively low probability of hitting PT. I definitely get that, Chris, but to me, I want to be in the trade and in an entry where I can get risk off by the like if this were to, I get what you're saying. Like, that's what I said. I was saying that on stream. You probably weren't in yet. But ultimately, we want to see this 1 hour gap take higher precedence in the 15-minute Sibi fail. But I still want to be in the, ideally in the trade and risk free by the time we can hit an area and reject. I don't know. I definitely get what you're saying. Like, from a higher time frame, precedence wise, we want to see the 15 minutes to be filled because the 1 hour gap out is holding. But I can see arguments that we just set up this daily, or at the time I was looking for this to potentially want to set up the daily gap and just mess around. So I still honestly feel like that high gets swept and then we come down. So chat, we would have probably longed right here. Let's see what happens. I would already almost be at stop. Yo, chat. What the? Nah. This is what we were gonna. This is what we were structuring it as, and then the discretion was just like, nah. Well, I guess technically we did sweep already, but I want to see if this comes down hard. Longs just sold into those highs. That's what happened there. No more polls. I'm 100% win rate on my polls. SMT off these highs, maybe come back down. Set up daily gap. Would not surprise me at all. I just can't long up here, guys. Can't do it. But I just effectively be forcing something. I'm tired of you hurting me. I wanna let go. I'm tired of you hurting me. Tired of you hurting me. I wanna let go. I'm tired of you hurting me. Weird week. Probably one of the weirder weeks. Like, obviously, we've had worse weeks, conditions-wise. We've had weeks where we straight chop all through New York, but just weird. That's the only way I can describe it. For how I trade, is a weird week. Like, not a lot of opportunities, low frequency. And I'm generally taking a trade or two a day. This week, I think I only took 2 or 3 trades. There's a good chance I just take nothing today. Yo, what was the news that just... Was there news, or was that literally just long selling into all-time high? No, there was news. Let go. Hey, Zay. Zay, what were we saying? Conveniently. Conveniently. They literally time it. It's crazy. It was news, but they time it into all-time high, bro. It's crazy how they time news drops. Like, they actually do. I swear. We literally took out all-time high, and then he said that. It really feels like they time the news releases. News dropped right here. Chat, here's your news release. I want to let me put it. Why does it just vanish? Okay. News release right at 11:50. I just don't like anything today, guys. 15-minute Bissy here on NQ. Weird day. John had a killing. I just ordered new headphones because these things kill my ears. These things kill my ears. Just got new ones. Waiting for them to come in. I think they deliver today or tomorrow. I don't know, guys. I feel like taking anything right now is forcing it. I'm probably just gonna call it a weird week where I had low frequency. I think, who said that? Niz was saying that. Zay Gilly. My lowest frequency week for sure. Still ending up 0.5R on the week. 100% is a weird low frequency week. I think I'm only 1R or 1.5. I gotta look at Notion. This is just reality, man. There's gonna be weird weeks. It's like I feel like we were on side consistently pretty well. Once we flipped and didn't reach, because we had the right biases every day. It's just ultimately I wanted to see weekly get reached for. We didn't. We still had the right daily biases on these days that we were bearish, right? We were bearish this day, we were bearish this day. I didn't trade it Thursday, so, and then now we're bullish today. So the daily biases were money. The weekly YouTube outlooks, you guys want me to do those? I could start doing them. I'm trying to start growing a TikTok, so maybe I'll do something on TikTok. I'm good on this, guys. I think I'm just gonna call it, and then we'll come back Monday. We'll take some good trades next week. Next week should be better. There's no reason to force anything. There's always another day. There's always new opportunities. I don't need to force anything right now. You're making the long form videos are tough, bro. It's a lot of work. I have to hire an editor to do all the long form editing, and if I don't, then I gotta edit it myself. The plan right now is to focus on short form, make really good short form content, grow TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Instagram, and start pushing short form, and then we can grow the stream that way. I'll probably do streams on TikTok too, and maybe we'll start doing long form again. But right now, this is going to be the main form of long form, and in my opinion, these are better than YouTube videos because you're seeing me work through everything. Nah, bro, but I'm busy. I'm doing stuff all the time, man. I think you're drastically undervaluing the amount of time it takes to edit long form YouTube videos. So I would need to find a good editor. What's your motherfucker time? Bingo. 15-minute Bissy. Sweeping the highs. I still feel like we come down. So yeah, we'll just call it here, guys. We're gonna touch some grass, and we'll be back Monday. I'm not forcing anything. Weird week, lower frequency week where I feel like I barely traded. It's very rare for me now. I'm generally taking 1 or 2 a day. Now I'm sure then do the weekly outlook. Yeah, I could do weekly outlooks. Sundays or something. We'll do it on TikTok or YouTube. We'll figure it out. But I'm good on price for the rest of the day. Just weird price. So we'll be back Monday. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Appreciate you tuning into the stream. We'll keep growing. We'll stay consistent. And yeah, have a good rest of your day.